Hello everyone. I want to present to us the data analysis personal project. And for this project, I chose video game sales. I did that not because I am a lover of video games, but I am a fan of just sales analysis and anything that involves money. So maybe through this presentation and this project, I will end up having a hobby in games or in video games. Um, the video analysis has 16,500 data columns that are presented in 11 columns. And this data is very important because it was easier to analyze it. It is already pre-cleaned and it saved me time and resources in preparation for my actual analysis. The 11 columns includes the rank of overall sales, the names of games, the platforms for the game release, the year of the game release, the genre of the game, the publisher of the game, the sales in North America, uh, Europe, Japan, and the rest of the world. We also have the global sale that will be very useful in our analysis. For this particular project, our focus is going to be mainly on the year of that particular sale, the sale in the various countries, North America, Europe, Japan, and the global sale. We will be doing certain comparisons and analysis using Python. Of course, we are assuming that you've already imported your data. You've done your scrapping, and the first thing that you do is trying to do the exploratory data analysis, which is very useful because it helps you identify if there are outliers, if everything is correct. Because if you use a data that is correct, that is incorrect, your models will be misleading. One of the ways to see that is to identify if there are any outliers. The easiest way to see that, especially I want to look at our global sales, is through a box plot. So a Python code that is shown in red, um, we are using our data set, which is already in the data frame. We've used a box plot, and the column we are interested in is the global sales. We've said the global sales are in millions, and then we show the code will plot the most cells are below 40 million, and one cell is above 80 million, and this is what we consider an outlier. Because even if you look at the rest of the cells in various countries, you will realize that most of them are either 40 million or below. The 80 million sounds so extreme, and in this project, we consider it an outlier. The more interesting artificial and intelligent leveraging that I will be able to show us towards the end of this project or this presentation. So let's just put a pin on that and look at a box plot that we were able to come up with using the code, the Python code that is shown here. So this shows us that we have a box plot for global sales. The global sales are in million. I assume these are in dollars. So ranging from zero and then all the way to 80 million US dollars. then of course the global sales. Um, so we are finding out that 80 million, actually above 80 million. So this could be about 90. So 90 million around there is a sale that is just by itself. So it is an outlier. And then most of our sales are either 40 million and below. Um, so, what are the key trends that I was able to identify in this particular project? Um, I realized that using a line graph, uh, you are able to see analysis, make comparisons for each country. So various trend lines can be drawn, but the best and the most useful one would be a line graph with both countries on the same graph. If you do that, actually, I was supposed to show you the Python code for that. So you draw a Python code. You use a Python code that combines all the graphs using various colors um, to see the total sales by year and region. And interestingly, the global sale is obviously high, uh, and then the sales in the green one is North America. The sales are also high, and we realized that sales went up from 2000 and then all the way to around 2009, 2008, around there. And then that was almost a peak of sale of video games. I don't know where you were in 2008 or 2009. Probably we were playing video games or somebody was playing video games around that time. Um, and then they started declining. So we see that in 2010, uh, they're declining and declining, and by 2015, 2016, 17, there, then the sales of video games almost came together. Um, the global sale, and all the regional sales all declined to almost less than a hundred uh, a hundred sales. Uh, okay, so let's also look at the use of AI to perform analysis. We know that it takes time to gather clean data and to identify which graph is useful for a given analysis and which metrics you're supposed to use. Sometimes you come up with those metrics and you actually don't have a lot of time and you need to do more research to know what does that mean for your data set. So that is where in every step, in most of my steps, I try to employ AI to get to know certain meanings of some structures. What does when what is what makes those graphs just come together? An example of a prompt that helped me skip certain stages and have more time for analysis includes when I was analyzing a box plot for other countries. So after doing my global sales, then if I wanted to do the Japan, then it was just simple. And if I wanted to do North America, it was just simple. You just change to North America. Ask AI to change that one for you. And then I did calculate the correlation coefficient for different countries to just get to know that as sales in Japan the trend of sales in Japan, the same as in other countries, and does it also follow the trend of the global sales? Um, so I was able to do that, and I have some AI code. So AI generated for me a box plot for Japan and East and Europe. So those sales, you see that there is a code for that, and then there is also a graph. If you get that code and then run it, then it will be able to give you that. The reason why you're not seeing my libraries is I always put my libraries at the beginning of my codes. Uh, so so it is simple and organized. And then I was also able to look at the correlation coefficient of Japan and global sales, and it gives me a correlation coefficient of zero point 0.6, which shows a positive, which is a positive correlation, meaning that the sales in Japan can be used to predict sales in Europe. So they're positively correlated. Um, you can actually ask ChatGPT what does your correlation coefficient mean. So I did that and asked what does this mean? The correlation coefficient between Japan sales and global sales is 0.61. So it means that the coefficient, it means that the value 0.61 indicates a moderate to strong positive line correlation between Japan sales and the global sales. So those are a few things you can do, and it will make your analysis both quick and fun. And thank you so much for listening to me. And I I've also enjoyed watching other people's videos. So this is a very great experience and a joyful moment. Thank you.